Everybody, so my name is Nicole and this is the first ever real video that I put up on this channel, and basically what I'm going to be doing for this video is a little story time kind of thing for my GOT7 experience that just happened like maybe 30 minutes ago. So I'm going to tell you guys while it's still fresh in my head, and basically whatever you wish to happen in a concert, or your most favorite band or your most biased group, whatever you wish for to happen, it happened to me, and it was such a beautiful night and I'm never ever gonna forget it. So I'm gonna start with the story time. And so once we entered the actual place, the first thing you're gonna see is a huge screen and then two big posters and then two tiny screens at the sides, and it was around maybe 30 minutes before they actually announced that GOT7 was going to come out. And so what waited in our seat was this thing. I'm not sure what it says, I just know it says I got 7 or Agase, like, which means fans. I'm not sure what this says though, so if you're Korean, can you please translate it for me, because I really want to know. So yeah, this was waiting in my seat, and they finally came out, and then the whole crowd just went, ah, GOT7! There was so much screaming, and I was screaming as well, and yeah, it was just crazy. And then they started to sing their slow song, and I saw them, and they're so close. Since my seat is D48, it's around 4 rows from the stage. I thought we'd be a bit further from the stage, but we were actually so close that we could actually make eye contact with each and every member, and it was just so beautiful. Because like once they started, like the light just like it just shone on them. But and it was just so perfect, and it was so beautiful. They were all so beautiful, and yeah, they started to sing their slow song, and I tried to like slowly dab in the middle of the slow song just to get Bam Bam's attention, and he did look at me, but then he just smiled, and I felt like he thought I was a bit weird. And yeah, so that was the intro, and then we went on to the Q&A portion, which what I think everybody's favorite part was the Q&A portion, because that's where Yugyeom, JB, and Jackson did their sexy dances, and oh my god, my heart went pumping. It was so crazy. Okay, so the Q&A, it was originally for Yugyeom. They were asking him if he could do the sexy dance, and he did, and you'd expect for Yugyeom to be really good at the sexy dance, and he was. But I felt like the wild card in the group was JB, since, you know, JB in all of those finds, he would be the one to like stop Yugyeom from doing any more sexual movements. He'd be like, no, because he's like the dad. But he went all out. JB was my favorite. Like, he was so yes, he was so hot. Like, he started grinding up on the floor, he was just in the air, he like took off his jacket, and I'm gonna show you all of these videos afterwards. And so next was Jackson. We're all like, Jackson, so that he could do it. And then of course, Jackson's a crowd pleaser, so he went up and did it. And Jackson he was also really good. Like, his nickname is Wild and Sexy, and his dance was really wild and sexy as well. And so yeah, the whole crowd went crazy after it, and here are the clips. So the second highlight of this whole thing was what was probably my favorite part because, oh my god. Okay, let me just, this day in particular was so good to me. So basically, what they did was a raffle, and they put all of your tickets inside a bowl, and each member of GOT7 would choose a ticket from the bowl, and then they would say the seat number and the section from where they were, and that person would be their partner. And the last person to pick was Yogyum, and I was just like, I hope all those fans have fun on stage. But then he picked up the number, and then he said VVIP, and I was like, oh, probably somebody in our row or something. And he said VVIP right, and I was like, this might be me. And then he said VVIP right, D48, and by God, I finally won the first raffle in my whole entire life. But in reality, I just kind of stood up. But I see people who were just sitting down, I just stood up with a shocked look in my face, and I was like, like what? And then I heard Jackson say, oh, she's standing up. And then I was like, oh, okay, I should probably go on stage, because they called me up to go on stage. And this is my lucky ticket. I hope this will show on camera. And yeah, it says D48 somewhere there. And yeah, this. I'm gonna keep this in my wallet forever, because this might be my lucky charm. And yeah, so I went up on stage, and then Yogyum came up to me, and he tried to lead me to the front of the room, to the front of the stage, and he held my hand, and it was such a nice hand to hold on to. Like, I did not want to let go. And so after he let go of my hand, I was like, hey, can I have a hug? And then I hugged Yogyum, and he hugged me back, and the whole crowd went crazy over the hug. And then after that, he took my hand again, and he led me to the place where everybody was lining up to listen to the instructions of the game. And so while everybody was listening to the instructions, I was just so shocked. Like, it was like, this was surreal. So I was looking up at Yogyum, because he's so goddamn tall. Like, he's so tall compared to me. And then he leaned into my face. He was so close to my face. Like, his face was just right here. And then he was like, what's your name? And he said it in like his Korean accent. And I was like, Nicole. And then he said, my name is Yogyum, Kim Yogyum. And I politely nodded, because I didn't know what else to say. So I was just like, oh, okay. And then I was a bit sneaky. I wanted like another excuse to touch Yogyum. So I was like, nice to meet you. And then like I held out my hand, and then we shook, and then I got to hold his hand once more. And then after that, I saw the fan standing next to me, who was paired up with Bam Bam, and she looked so happy. Like, there were tears starting to form in her eyes. So I was like, hey, you're excited, right? And then I just pat her back, just to tell her, like, we're all in this together. And then Bam Bam came up to me, and he was like, are you two friends? And then I was like, no, we aren't, but then now we are. And then he politely nodded, and so the game started. So what the game was is you had to throw buckets in a ball. No, you had to throw balls into a bucket. And so Yogyum, he leaned in closer again, like so close that I could actually smell his breath. And oddly, his breath smelled like makeup. He smelled like lipstick. Yeah. And then he was there, and then he tried so hard to speak English to me, and it was so cute. Like, it was all broken English, because he tried to explain the game to me. At first he was like, you understand game? And then I was like, not really. And then he said if I played it before. He asked, have you played it before? And then I was like, no, I haven't. And so he tried to explain, but mostly through hand movements while speaking in broken English, and it was so cute. So yeah, basically what he did was this. Okay, so ball, you pick up and you throw, catch, ball, pick up, and he just kept saying those same words, and I do appreciate his efforts in trying to speak English with me. So yeah, after Bam Bam, it was finally my turn, and I did our strategy. We tried to copy Mark because it seemed to work out for him since he got 8 out of 10 balls. But then it didn't really work out for us because we only got 2 out of 10 balls. And I was so happy because Jackson was cheering on for me. He was like, oh, good throw, good throw. And we ended up getting 2. But I'm not mad about it because like I got to go up on stage. So yeah. And then once we failed, so we're like, oh, okay, it's alright. And then Yogyum gave me a pat in the back. And so they told us to like come out of stage so that the winner could have their picture with, you know, with GOT7, like a solo picture. But I quickly ran up to Jackson and I asked if I could hug him, and then he was like, oh yeah, sure. And then I hugged him. Jackson has a very nice chest, and I wish I could hug him for longer. But then I went up to Jin Young as well, and then I was like, hey, is it okay if I can ask for a hug? And then he was like, yes, sure. And then I hugged him, and then lastly, I went up to Bam Bam, because, you know, Bam Bam's the king of dabs. I had to dab with Bam Bam. And so I asked him, can I dab with you? And then he was like, oh yeah, sure. So we dabbed, and we're like, and then I didn't see it while I was on stage, but once I saw the video, I saw that Yogyum dabbed with us as well, and it was like, it was so nice. So later on, it was already time to say goodbye, so I said goodbye to Jin Young, Jackson, and Yogyum, who were on our side of the stage, while Mark, Young Jae, JB were on the other side of the stage, so I could really go up to them because they were talking to the MCs already. So we went out of the stage, and then I was like shocked. I didn't know what my mom was thinking, and like I was out of words.
Still okay. Let's give them all a big round of applause. And congratulations to the winner. But the fans got some fun. Thank you. You can leave the stage now. The winner is
I was just so happy, and then Snyder went up to me and she was like, whoa, like what did you guys talk about? And then I told her everything, and it was really cool. So after that, they did a few more songs, like If You Do was so hot, and then Hard Carry, and they did Fly as well. And then they also did an encore song of Home Run, and then that was it. That was like, and so after that, it was finally time for photo op and high touch. So they made all of the VIPs and the premium people to politely exit the venue so that the VVIP could do their photo op and high touch. So they explained to us that if you did not have a stamp on your ticket, then that meant you had a photo op. And then if you did have a stamp, that meant you got a high touch, so we didn't really have a choice. But I was happy with photo op because that's what me and Snitus originally wanted as well. So it was all really, really quick. It was like snap, and then the high touch was done. But I was really happy for everybody that got a high touch because all of the boys were smiling so big and they seemed so nice to all of the fans. Even though it was 1 or 2 seconds, I felt like those 2 seconds was worth it because they got to touch and interact with GOT7. So then it was photo op, and sadly I was in the front row of the photo op. I wasn't in the row where you could like touch GOT7, like in the back of you, they'd like hold your hand or something. We were in the front row, so it was kind of sad. But then I did get Mark's attention. I was like, Mark, 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 Mark. And then I was like, hi Mark, and he just smiled because, you know, he was busy, you know, trying to make sense of like who to be partnered up with during the photo. And then they took 2 photos of us, and it was so quick, and then they were rushing us so much. But thankfully, I got to interact with Young Jae just a little bit. I was like, they were trying to get us off stage, but I was like, Young Jae, bye! And then, Young Jae, my ultimate sunshine, my little otter, my bias, he did this to me with his little otter smile, and he was like, and that was a perfect end to my night of GOT7, and it was just so beautiful. And so after that, we had to go off stage, and we got posters, and then they're giving us our album, I think, next week because the albums didn't fly quick enough for us to get it on the day of the concert. So yeah, I'm still gonna have to get the album. But this experience was just so amazing, and I was so happy that I got to interact so much with GOT7, and I was so ecstatic, and I'm never gonna forget this night. So if ever you think of wanting to go to a GOT7 concert, I definitely recommend it because all of the boys are so extremely nice, and they're all so funny and active, and they're really cute to their fans. So you should go to the GOT7 concert if they come back. I'm definitely gonna go back to the concert. So yeah, that was the end of my GOT7 experience. I'm gonna post pictures after this. So yeah, bye. I hope you liked this video, and give me a like if you did. And yeah, if you have any GOT7 experiences, you could just comment below if you want to. And bye.
Hey, welcome to my world, let's do this. 이슈 제조기라 불렀어. 어디 가도 분위기가 higher. 비행기 밖은 너무 시끄러워 과열. 내 문은 everybody knows it. 하지만 아직 배불러 hungry. 어떤 일에도 기죽지 않아. 이거는 다 너로